Hello, everyone. I'm Nicole Gignac. I'm L2TMedia's Vice President of Sales. I've been working for more than a decade in the digital marketing space in the auto industry, and I'm excited to host the webinar today with Jeff Kaufman. Jeff Kaufman is our Director of New Products and Technologies. His experience encompasses SEO, paid search, display, video, as well as traditional offline media. Jeff has served as the project owner for our newly redesigned dashboard that we'll be sharing with you today. We've both worked with thousands of dealers over the years and look forward to hosting you guys on our webinar. So a couple things that we just want to remind you of is it's definitely more helpful if we get questions from you guys. You guys will be the ones utilizing this dashboard. So please ask questions throughout the webinar. Go ahead and enter them in the chat box, and we'll definitely cover them at the end of the webinar. Also, recording will be done of the webinar today, so you'll be receiving a copy of that at the end of the webinar. And please, we would encourage you to share this with others. We know that more than just the people on this webinar will be exposed in using the webinar. So please feel free to share it with people on your team so that they really understand how to best leverage the new dashboard that we're releasing. So the objective of the webinar today is really to ensure that our current customers are familiar with the information and metrics that are now available at your fingertips at any time through our performance dashboard. The dashboard is really a unified view of the performance of all of your digital marketing campaigns and products that you're running with L2TMedia. So agenda for today, and by the way, good news for everyone that wants to save a half an hour is that our webinar will only last for 30 minutes max. So we know that the time was scheduled for an hour, but it will only be 30 minutes. And what we'll cover in the 30 minutes is our new dashboard and why we redesigned it and why we've worked on this, and along with some of its features and benefits. And then Jeff's going to go right into the dashboard online live and share what it looks like and how to use it if you're actually logged into it. So kind of take you through a tutorial of how to leverage and use it. And then after Jeff's demo, I'll come back on and just discuss briefly what's coming next and how to provide feedback to L2T so that we can continue to make this the most purposeful dashboard for you all. So why did we redesign the dashboard? We've been around for 10 years, and in those 10 years, we've worked with thousands of dealers and managed tens of thousands of campaigns and helped dealers reach millions of car shoppers. So in doing that, we wanted to leverage the experience that we had and the expertise in the space and really work to make sure that we're measuring the right metrics and showcasing the right metrics and giving those to the dealers in real time so that the dealers can measure the performance of their campaign and how that's working within their overall digital marketing budget. So we've taken, again, the experience that we've had over the years, we've really made a significant investment of time and resources and worked on this redesign for quite some time. And through that, we believe that we've developed really an industry-leading dashboard with a unified and simple interface. So the dashboard is able to put all of the information right at your fingertips. It's completely redesigned to view your digital marketing performance. It summarizes both your overall digital marketing budget and showcases important key performance indicators, both overall and by product. So Jeff's going to share several of the products specific dashboards. He's also going to show you how to see your historical data and compare the data versus various time periods. And here's a preview of the login. Some of you may have it, but we'd encourage you to favorite this within your browser. It's performance.l2tmedia.com. Again, performance.l2tmedia.com. And that will be where you log in. So really quick, our new dashboard features a concept of what we call true leads. And we've been delivering true leads to our customers really for an incredibly long time. But with this redesigned dashboard, what we really wanted to highlight is what again, that true CPL is. And what that is it's a form submit and a meaningful call. from all relevant products that drive true leads. So for instance, paid search. So Jeff is going to show you this metric on the overview dashboard. I guess what we wanted to call it is just remember that what the true leads means is our filtering process actually eliminates spam calls. It eliminates calls less than 15 seconds and duplicate calls. So it's really a true lead that's reported and nothing else. Some other companies in our space talk about general web activities that might be considered sort of a lead, such as visits to an hours and directions page, or if there's 50 VDP views, that equals a lead. We just want to keep our metrics based on what really is a lead, and that would only be what we consider a lead as a form submission. So that is our concept of true leads, and we're really taking a stance here on true leads because we want everyone in the industry to be more open about what they consider a lead when they calculate their cost per lead. So our new dashboard is completely customizable. You're able to see what you want to see. So you can customize the way your view looks on your desktop, what your reports contain. You can schedule reports that are customized to when you want to receive them. And you can even customize the comparisons to whichever month or time period you want to compare. So now that I've given a preview of it, I'm sure you're ready to see the dashboard. So here's Jeff to share the dashboard and really how to navigate through it.
Thanks, Nicole. I appreciate the introduction. I'm going to switch over from our slides right over to the system to show you all how it works. Everyone remember the data and the metrics that we're going to show are all for demo purposes only. This is not a real account, so don't focus on the actual data, but focus on the functionality and how the dashboard works. I'm going to show you the overview dashboard and then 3 product-specific dashboards, paid search, SEO, and reputation management, just to keep this webinar brief. However, if you're interested in seeing any of the other product-specific dashboards, please ask your account strategist. And remember, ask any questions in the question box at any time. So everyone should be seeing the dashboard screen now, and this is what you'll see when you sign in. If you don't know your login information, again, contact your account strategist and they'll be happy to help you out with that. So of course, I'm already logged into the webinar, but the URL again is performance.l2tmedia.com. After you sign in, you'll see what we call our overview screen. The overview screen is showing all of your L2T products which are running. First, you're able to select the date range which you wish to view from this drop-down up top, which I'm looking at right now. Today, I'm showing the results for the calendar month of January. Up in the right-hand corner is your entire combined budget with L2TMedia across all active products. And when you go into the product level dashboards, that budget will be specifically for those products that you're looking at. The first line is a performance summary of all KPIs combined for your active products. We call these your tickers. The tickers summarize key performance indicators from all of your products and shows you true leads, traffic to your website, VDP views, and average time on site. So for example, if L2T is managing your paid search, SEO, and display, these tickers are a summary of all those results. Within these tickers, if you run our social impact product, it shows your total social engagement. And if you run reputation management, your total number of reviews generated during the time period selected. And just a little tip, if you click on the percentage increase, decrease, it will show you the actual numbers. For instance, if you click on the traffic percentage increase, it will change the actual number versus the percentage. So in January, L2T drove 1,895 more visitors to the Steelers website compared to the previous month. So I'm just showing you examples of that across the different tickers. Below the tickers, you can find the month-over-month comparisons for all products, along with graphs illustrating your traffic by product, month-over-month leads by product, and true leads by product. So now let's show you the product-specific dashboards. First, we'll look at paid search. Just go up to the top to the drop-down menu and select paid search. There's a ton of information on the paid search dashboard which can help you determine the effectiveness of your campaigns. You can expand or collapse the information based on what you want to see at a given time, just by clicking on the minus or the plus. The dashboard allows you to review your campaign performance by device and compare metrics by your Google versus Bing campaigns. So just as an example, in the campaign performance table, you can drill down into Google versus Bing. You can collapse this table if you want. I'm going to expand the campaign performance by device and look at, for example, desktop, mobile, and tablet traffic by campaign. The dashboard is rich with information. It just depends on what you want to see. And if it's too much and you only want to see a few things, then use the favorite tool. Just click on the star on the table or graph you want to see, and then go to up to the drop-down menu, select favorites, and see just the tables and graphs you're interested in. I'm going to show you how to select clicks, Google versus Bing as your favorites to show you in the way you can customize your view. So we're just clicking on the star and then coming back up to the top. You've got a favorites menu that you could select, and then that'll take you to your favorites dashboard, which is all of the graphs and tables which have been selected or starred. We also have the capability to create a widget, which is a very precise way to look at specific information you choose. So to do this, you just click on the new widget button at the top of the page, and based on which product dashboard you're in, it will only show you the metrics that are available for that product. So we're in the paid search dashboard, so it will only allow me to select the paid search product at this time. I'm going to select the account view, but as you can see, you can create tables and graphs by other levels, such as ad group, or campaign, and then select the segment. For this example, I'm going to select device, but again, see some of the other examples, such as month, date, day of the week, platform, and click next. For metrics, since we've been talking about true leads, I'm going to select forms and calls as my two metrics to measure in the widget. As a reminder, true leads combine these metrics, but what if you want to see the forms and calls broken out? This gives you the ability to do so. As simple as searching for or using the drop-down to select the metrics. As you can see, there's a lot of metrics to choose from. And then in this example, I'm going to use the same time period as we're using in the dashboard view. However, you can change your time period to any view you need just by using this drop-down. Click next, and then you choose your graphic. I want to see my data in a bar chart, so I'll select the first option and click next. The title is completed for you with what we've asked for. However, you can rename it something very custom. So for this example, let's call it Jeff's account by device. And then click Create Widget to finish creating the widget. You can scroll down. And here you can see the graph that we just created, which shows our true leads broken out by phone calls and forms, by desktop, mobile, and tablet. And again, if you want, you can star this widget, put it on your favorites page. Then you also have the options to edit, delete, download, or collapse. And then the other nice feature is you can drag and drop the widget wherever you want to see it. So if you want it over to the right because something else is more important, you can move these widgets around with simple drag and drop functionality. So now let's move on to the SEO dashboard. On the SEO dashboard, you'll see total organic visits, your new users, organic page views, pages per organic visits, bounce rate, average time on site, and true leads for this product. All the tickers show increases and decreases from the previous time period. Let me demo how easy it is to show you a comparison to a different date range. So you're going to select the date dropdown, click on Compare To, and select previous period, same period last year, or custom. For this example, we're going to look at January's data compared to the previous month. So I'd hit Apply, come to this screen. Now, in the overall performance table, you see a bunch of plus signs. If you click on the plus signs, you'll see, for example, the total organic visits compared to the results between the two selected date ranges. That's what I have showing here. And you could do the same for any of the metrics in the table. So again, we're comparing January's data to December's data. On the SEO dashboard, you'll be able to track your organic traffic by channel as well as by device. In the live version, which you all have access to, you'll also have the ability to easily download tables into Excel or into PDFs and any of the graphics into PDFs for sharing with others outside of the dashboard. And last but not least, let me show you your reputation management dashboard. Once you click through to the dashboard, you can see what your current star ratings are by source. Let that reload. Current star ratings by source, and what new positive, negative reviews were generated within the month or time frame selected. We have similar product-specific dashboards for display, video, social impact, and paid social. But to keep the webinar brief and relevant, we want you to ask your account strategist to share those dashboards with you. All, again, can be found within the drop-down at the top of the navigation. So all of your active products or products that have data will be available for you to select from the drop-down. And finally, anything you see here in any of the dashboards, you can schedule to have the report sent to you. Click on the View Create Report up in the upper right-hand corner. And I'm going to create a report called Jeff's Report. You can use the dashboard date range or choose a custom time period. Add your email address. And then click Schedule Report. So I love to get reports, so I'm going to schedule this report to be sent out weekly, every Monday. And then select all the data points and or widgets for your report. So basically everything that's available in the dashboard will be available to be added to your report. So you can see it's a pretty long list here. Then you just hit Create Report. And then you come to your report screen where you see a library of all of your active reports. From this screen, you could edit or delete whenever you want or download the data as well. And again, as you can see, these are all scheduled. So these reports will be emailed to the specific email addresses that were noted when set up. So now back to Nicole. Please remember to ask any questions in the question box.
Thanks, Jeff. Gosh, it's so exciting to see all that. And you know, what's great is we're not done. The process is really ongoing. All of this is going to continue to be improved upon based off of really what we hear from you. So we're going to continue to make the user interface even more simple and easy to use. And we're also going to continue to add more functionality. So we would like to hear from you, of course, for future enhancements. So with that said, I mentioned feedback. So please work closely with your account strategist to set up the reports the way that you want them. Make sure to work with them to schedule out those customized reports if you do want to receive reports weekly on any particular metrics to monitor things. Go ahead and make sure to do that. Get your login, obviously, from your account strategist. We also, though, if you do want to provide direct feedback, we have a feedback email address. It is help@L2TMedia.com. Again, help@L2TMedia.com. So we'd like to hear your feedback on what you would like to see with the portal, any issues you're having with logging into the portal, things like that. So please do provide that to us via that email address. Again, help@L2TMedia.com. So with that said, that's all that we have today. As promised, we kept it pretty brief. So the two important things that you all need to know is that help@L2TMedia.com email address if you have any feedback for us or issues, and then the login, which is performance.L2TMedia.com. And then your login credentials you'll be able to get from your account strategist. So with that said, we'll open it up to any questions that were asked via the chat box.
Thanks, Nicole. This is Diane. I want to read a couple of the questions. We also got an editorial comment that says, so cool. So somebody's very excited in our dashboard. But one of the questions is, in True Leads, Does it pick up leads generated on the dealer's website that are provided by third parties such as Trade Value, Credit App, etc.?
That's a great question. For that question, most of the time, it really varies by website. So if that object is framed in, for instance, you have to set up event tracking. So that's done on a case-by-case basis and not always necessarily included. We would like to include that because, again, that would be considered a form submission. So if you're having specific questions on your site and whether those leads are incorporated, check with your digital advisor because we might have to set up additional functionality to make sure we're including those.
Okay. Another question was, can I respond directly to a review in the rep management dashboard? And Jeff's going to take that one.
Yeah, unfortunately at this time we can't. There's some limitations with some of the review sites that prevent this. It's definitely something that we are looking into as a future enhancement because we know that this would be a huge benefit for our dealers. So looking forward to that in the future, but at this point it's not an option, unfortunately.
One of the questions, I think this is to Jeff too, can you schedule a report for the future? So I think it's, other than just doing them ongoing, can you say I want to get this report on April 1st?
That's actually a really good question. You can schedule reports. Yeah, you can schedule reports out as ongoing reports. At this time, we don't have a feature where you can say send on this specific date, but that's really good feedback, and I will take a note. Is that something that we could probably add in a future release, because that's a really good piece of feedback.
And the last question is for Nicole. How do I find out who my account strategist is?
That's a great question. If you don't know who your account strategist is, I would recommend going ahead and sending an email direct to myself, which is N as in Nicole, and then Gignac at L2TMedia.com, and I will absolutely make sure you're directed to your account strategist.
Oh, wait, we have another question. Can a column be added that shows bounce rate? I'm not sure. Because the bounce rate's already in SEO, but I'll let Jeff.
So yeah, bounce rate is in the SEO tables. If you're looking at that for other products, you can use the widget creation functionality to look at that. That should be a metric that's available for other products. What we did when we designed this is we wanted to make sure that we were showing the key metrics as kind of defaults for each product, and as well as the overview. But one of the reasons why we developed the widget creation functionality was because there are a lot more metrics that we're not showing that certain dealers may want to see for certain products. So that's something that you should be able to pull directly by creating your own table.
We have another question. Can I change my budget directly in the dashboard?
You cannot. That still requires to go through your contracting process. Nicole, I don't know if you want to jump in here in terms of potential options in the future, if that's something that you guys have been considering. That's a little outside of my realm.
So there should be, we do have a quicker order form these days that enables the account strategist or the sales rep to get an order form to the client sooner. So you should be able to just request that from the account strategist directly, and they should be able to turn that around very promptly for you. And if you, if there's any other concerns as of that nature, please definitely reach out to me directly. Important, I think in the future, it would be a consideration that we would like to have, some more budgetary things incorporated into the dashboard, but that's not currently in the roadmap. But if we do get a lot of that feedback from our clients, we definitely would take that into consideration.
Okay, Nicole and Jeff, that's all the questions. If you want to close it out, Nicole, that'd be great.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for attending. So again, remember the login performance.l2tmedia.com. I'll reiterate my email address is ngignac, N as in Nicole, and then Gignac at L2Tmedia.com. And appreciate your guys' time here today. Thank you very much for joining, and best wishes to you all and a wonderful month.